Hello students, once again I welcome to my YouTube channel, myself Shahnawaz. In the last video we have discussed about the one of the type of nutrition, that is autotrophic nutrition, and that we have discussed about the nutrition in plants. So let us begin in today's class about the one more type of nutrition, that is called as what? Heterotrophic nutrition. Students, what exactly the meaning of heterotrophic nutrition? As we have discussed in the plant nutrition, where all the plants are going to show the autotrophic type of nutrition. Autotrophs means what? These are the organisms which can able to manufacture their own food. Whereas heterotrophic in the sense what here? These are not going to prepare their own food. They don't have the ability of preparing their own food. For that reason, how can they get their nutrition then? So they have to depend upon others. Let's see the heterotrophic nutrition definition here. That is, the organisms which cannot prepare their own food but depends upon organic molecules prepared by autotrophs and also they get their nutrition from other organisms. Students, this can be said as what? One of the proper definition for the heterotrophic nutrition, as the organisms which cannot prepare their own food. Obviously these heterotrophic organisms, they cannot prepare their own food, depends upon organic molecules. So they will get their food from the organic molecules which are been already prepared by what? Autotrophs. Means these heterotrophs are depends upon the autotrophs, as well as and also they will get their food or the nutrition from the other organisms. It means what? These heterotrophic nutrition not only depends upon the plants, even they also depends upon the other organisms, other animals as we can say. So obviously what? Altogether we can define what here heterotrophic nutrition means what? Basically they cannot able to prepare their own food but they depends upon the other organisms. So as we have got the definition of heterotrophic nutrition here, let us see what are the types of heterotrophic nutrition here. How many types of heterotrophic nutritions are going to be shown by the other different organisms. So here there are mainly heterotrophic nutritions are being divided into three main groups. One is holozoic nutrition, second one is parasitic nutrition, and the third one is saprophytic nutrition. Students, these are the three different types of heterotrophic nutrition. Means the organisms who get their food from different sources. Based on the different sources, here three different types of heterotrophic nutrition can be divided. So the first thing is what here? Holozoic nutrition, parasitic nutrition, and the saprophytic nutrition. So let us discuss one by one about all the three here. The first thing is what here? Holozoic nutrition. Students, here you can see the two words here, that is holo and zoic. Students, here holo means whole and we can see zoic means animals. Students, basically what exactly the holozoic nutrition here? Here we can define it as the organisms which get their food from outside and digest digest inside the body. So such organ or such type of nutrition is called as what here? Holozoic nutrition, students. So what exactly the meaning here? Holo means whole, zoic means animals, so organisms which are going to get their food from the outside, from different sources, whether it is from plants, whether it is from the animals, from whichever source. When they will get it inside the body, they will get from outside, actually the food they are getting from outside, and they will digest inside the body, students. They have to be digest here. So basically here the holo means whole, they will consume the whole food first from outside. When they get inside the body, it needs to be get digest inside the body itself. So such type of nutrition can be defined as what? Holozoic nutrition. So we can give here the examples for this holozoic nutrition, students. Here holozoic nutrition is what? Here basically we can give the example as humans, we can give the example of amoeba, we can give the example of cockroach. So these are the different, there are many number of other organisms are also going to show that holozoic type of nutrition. The best examples are human, amoeba and cockroach. So this is what about the holozoic type of nutrition. Let's see about the one more type of nutrition, that is what? Parasitic. So the name only indicating, students, here parasites. Okay, so basically the organisms which derive, we can say derive or get their food from host without killing it. Students, one important point what you have to be remember for the parasitic is what here? Host. What do you mean by host, students here? See, this parasitic organism, on whom it is depends, that organism is considered as what? Host. And who is going to be depends is considered as what? Guest. It means if I am going to my friend home, so I will be the guest for my friend, and what is my friend? He is the host, means I am going to get food from him. So in such a way that we can define the word host here. So parasitic organisms are such organisms or such type of nutrition where the organisms get their food from the host body, from the host organism. And remember one important thing, so those organisms whatever they are getting from the host body, their food, they will not kill that host body. Just simply they will sit on the body or inside the body, and they will get or derive their nutrition without harming the host body. Such type of nutrition is considered as what here? Parasitic nutrition. So the example, what we can give the example here, student, the best examples are what here? Leech. Here what you can say? Tapeworm. Okay, and even we can give the mosquito, some of the mosquito which will are considered as what? The parasites. Okay, so these are considered as what? Many number of what you call other organisms are also there, etc. Okay, so leech, tapeworm and mosquito, so these are considered as what? Parasites or parasitic type of nutrition showing animals. Okay, now the next thing, so what is that? Saprophytic nutrition. Students, saprophytic is somewhat different than the other two organisms. Here what we can define here, see, saprophytic nutrition is nothing but the organisms which derive or get their food from, these organisms are derive their food from the what you can say? Dead and decaying matter. Students, for the saprophytic organisms you must remember the word here, dead and decaying matter. This dead and decaying matter is obviously what? One of the organic molecules, organic substance we can say. So these saprophytic organisms are basically get their nutrition from the dead and organic matter. Organic matter which is going to be decayed, decomposed, and also the animals which are going to be died. You hope so. Means you have seen what in your colonies and all, some of the famous personalities when they die. Famous personality means dog, pig. When these animals will die, you have seen after 2 or 3 days they get decomposed, and after 1 week they will be washed out. So who is doing all those things? Who is none other than saprophyte. So they basically depends upon get their nutrition, feed on the dead and decaying matter. So such organisms are considered as what? Saprophytes, and organisms who show the nutrition, saprophytic nutrition we call. So basically here we can get the examples like what here. Most of the bacteria are considered as what here? Bacteria are considered as what here? Most of the bacteria are considered as what here? Saprophytes. Students, these are the different types of heterotrophic nutrition what we are going to see in our surrounding. Okay, so this is what all about the heterotrophic nutrition and its types. Okay students, after understanding about the definition of heterotrophic nutrition as well as the different types of heterotrophic nutrition, let us discuss one of the example that how organism shows their heterotrophic nutrition, that is by nutrition in amoeba. So let's see how amoeba is going to show its nutrition. As usually, amoeba is basically going to be considered as, what is amoeba here? Amoeba is unicellular organism. It is an unicellular organism, students, where basically it is made up of what? Single cell. Single cell. It is made up of single cell, where moreover it is going to have all the life processes with the help of only a single cell. So basically this amoeba is going to be a omnivorous. It is omnivorous. Omnivorous means what, students, here? The organisms which feed on both plant as well as on the animal products. So basically they are, as amoeba is an omnivorous, it do not have any specialized organs, students, here. Specialized organs for nutrition, students, here. See, for showing its nutrition where it does not have any of the specialized organs. Okay, without any specialized organs, where basically it is going to show its type of nutrition. Basically amoeba shows the type of nutrition. Amoeba has holozoic type of nutrition. So amoeba is going to show what? Holozoic type of nutrition with the help of pseudopodia, students. With the help of pseudopodia. So what these pseudopodia are? Pseudopodia are the structure present on the surface of amoeba. So pseudopodia are the structures which are going to be present basically on the surface of amoeba, which even also act as locomotory organ, students. Locomotory organ. Apart from the locomotory organ, it also helps in nutrition. It also helps in nutrition. So here, as amoeba is going to show its complete entire process of nutrition with the help of 5 major steps. Students, here as amoeba is going to complete its what we call nutrition process with the help of 5 major steps. There are 5 important steps are there, students, here. What is the first step here? That is what we call ingestion. Second one is digestion. Third one is absorption. Students, fourth one is assimilation. Finally, there is a fifth one called as what? Egestion. Students, these are the 5 major steps. By following each and every step, this amoeba is going to complete its nutrition. So we have to understand what actually happens during ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion inside the amoeba. That we will understand one by one. Okay, so let us begin with the first part, that is called as what? Ingestion. Students, as in the last part we have discussed about the introduction of the nutrition in amoeba, as the amoeba is going to complete its nutrition in 5 steps. In that, the first step we are going to discuss, that is called as what? Ingestion. Students, before we go to that, what is exactly the meaning of ingestion? Students, it is a process where intake of food into the body by swallowing or absorbing it. It means, students, as the organisms which are going to get food into their body either by swallowing or by absorbing. Swallowing, usually what the humans and the other animals will do. Whenever they take the food, they usually take through the mouth and they will swallow it. And absorbing means what the amoeba and other unicellular organisms which are going to show. So here this process is considered as what? Ingestion. Students, how does the amoeba is going to show here ingestion? That amoeba is going to show its ingestion with the help of pseudopodia. What happens actually? See, amoeba, which is an unicellular organism which get its food from the surrounding. Whenever the food comes in contact of the amoeba with the help of pseudopodia, where pseudopodia is basically going to engulf the food. Engulf means what? It is a type of swallowing, or it is type of taking the food into the body. Okay, so food start getting enter into the amoeba body. So when food is going to be enter into the body, all food particles gather and forms food vacuole. They will form what, students, here? Food vacuole. From all the side, when food enters the amoeba body, they start accumulating one side and they form out here? Food vacuole. So this is the process called as what here? Ingestion. So ingestion is the process of intake of food either by swallowing or absorbing inside the amoeba. Who is helping to get the process of ingestion here? That is pseudopodia. Pseudopodia will mainly helps in engulfing the food which comes in contact of the body surface of an amoeba. So amoeba usually gets its food from the surrounding. When that food come in contact of the body surface, these pseudopodia will engulf. They make the food to enter into the body. The entering of food into the body is considered as what? Ingestion. So with the help of pseudopodia, the amoeba shows the ingestion process. So the second process is what here? That is digestion. So what actually the meaning of digestion here, students? So basically digestion is nothing but the process of conversion of insoluble solid or liquid food into soluble and simplest form of food is called digestion. Students, digestion is actually nothing but, we define this in one word, that it is the process of conversion of complex food into simplest form. So complex food always it is insoluble. Insoluble means what? It is not going to dissolve, it is not going to be mixed up. So where this insoluble, either the food is in the form of solid or liquid, that has to be convert into what? Soluble, and which is going to be a simplest form of the food. So this process is considered as what here? Digestion. Students, where basically amoeba is going to show the digestion process when the food are going to be collected or they will be gathered as a food vacuole. So the food vacuoles are going to be digest. As I said, you digest means what? Converting insoluble to soluble or complex to simplest. Digest with the help of what? Digestive enzymes. Students, inside the amoeba there are some digestive enzymes are there, which basically going to break down, which basically going to digest the all food vacuoles. Where basically what happens, whenever the food vacuoles are going to be present inside the amoeba body, they go deep inside the cell. They first of all they go deep inside the cell, and later with the help of digestive enzymes, the food is going to digest. With the help of digestive enzymes, food is going to be digest. Okay, so this is what about the digestion. Students, let's go for the next step, that is what we call absorption. Students, what does it mean? What do you mean by absorption here? It is the process of absorption of digested food inside the cell. So basically whatever the food which is being digested is being absorbed by the cell. Inside the cell it is being absorbed. Okay, so basically inside the amoeba basically cytoplasm is going to absorb all digested food. Okay, so cytoplasm is going to absorb all the digested food leaving behind undigested food. It means what, students, here? Only the digested food is going to be absorbed by the cytoplasm. It means undigested food does not absorb, it will be remain as it is. Okay, so here the absorption of only digested food, that is complex food which is being converted into what? Simplest form, that food is going to be absorbed, not the undigested food. So this process is called as what? Absorption. Okay, let's go for the next one, that is what we call assimilation. Students, assimilation is what? Here it is the process of utilizing absorbed food to get or to release energy, or to obtain energy. You can define anyway. So assimilation, where the process of utilizing whatever the food which is being absorbed by the body cells, where it is being utilized for what purpose? To release energy or to get the energy. This process is called as what? Assimilation. Where basically here amoeba, it is going to be what you call absorbed food. Absorbed food will be taken by the cell, which is only a single cell, and this single cell utilize this what you call absorbed food, and it get energy for various life processes. Students, where amoeba has to show many number of life processes. Okay, to carry out all those life processes, amoeba has to get the energy, and that energy it is getting from the absorbed food. Okay, so this is going to be considered as what? Assimilation in the amoeba. So finally we have come to the end, that is what we call agitation. So agitation part, students, agitation means what here? Basically what happens here, agitation means removal of undigested food outside the body. So basically the food which is being not digested, undigested food has to be removed out from the body. That process is called as what here? Agitation, where basically amoeba shows its what you call the process of what you call agitation with the help of what you can say, with the help of diffusion. So diffusion process is going to help amoeba to remove its undigested food from body surface, where the body surface is going to help to remove out its undigested food through the process called as what here? Agitation, students. So in this way what? The amoeba can release out its undigested from its body. So students, this is what till now we have discussed about the entire process of nutrition inside the amoeba, where the nutrition of amoeba is basically taking place with the help of 5 major steps. What were the 5 major steps here? The first thing is what? Ingestion, intake of food. Next is what? Digestion, the process of conversion of complex food into simplest form. Next is absorption, where the cytoplasm of the amoeba is going to absorb the digestive food. And next thing is what? Assimilation, that absorbed food should be utilized by the cells to release the energy, to get the energy for its various life processes. And finally what? Agitation, with the help of this amoeba can release out its undigested food from its body. So this is what altogether about the process of nutrition in amoeba. Students, finally I am going to give you some of the questions related to this topic what till now we have explained. Okay, so finally what? You should answer those all the questions so that you can completely understand this concept. If you go through with this video completely, you can able to answer the questions which I am going to display now. Okay, thank you, thanks a lot.